My name is Cody Durham, COTY DURHAM, and I'm a lieutenant with the Scottsboro Police Department.
Obviously, we talked to you earlier tonight. We know what's going on here. Could you update us any new information from what we talked about at noon today?
So currently we're still searching for the person that was involved in the officer-involved shooting today. We really have no new information as of now that we could to give that would help anything. We are still searching the wooded area. We're still searching within our perimeter. We still have our perimeter set. We're hopeful that the suspect is still in the perimeter. We have some extra resources coming in the next little bit that should help us with our search, and we hope to find him.
Can you elaborate any on what the extra resources look like?
We're looking at bringing in some additional dogs, some tracking dogs, and we have been in contact with some FBI resources as well that could potentially bring in those canines for us.
Since it's been so long, I think immediately our minds sometimes, and people who are tuning in all day have thought there's no way he's still in Scottsboro. Why do you guys think he's still in that area that you guys have set off the search?
So within a very minimal time frame from the incident time, we rendered aid to the officer that was involved in the shooting, and then we immediately set up a perimeter to try to contain the suspect within the constraints of where we had everything set up. So we feel like he could potentially still be in there, and we don't want to leave that area until we have some type of extra or outlying information that he could have potentially gotten out of our perimeter.
I know you guys aren't releasing information on the officer's name or anything like that. Can you tell us how long he's been with Scottsboro Police and police officer?
He is a veteran with the agency. He's been with the agency several years. I won't give even a rough estimate because that could narrow things down and people start speculating. But if you could just keep our officer in mind, and he is a veteran with our agency. He has done many years with our agency, and we do hope for a speedy recovery for him.
And he's doing okay?
He is doing okay. He had to undergo a procedure earlier, but still the injuries that he sustained during the officer-involved shooting were not life-threatening. So he is hopeful to make a recovery, and we hope to be seeing him again soon.
And you said this suspect didn't have much of a criminal past. You guys haven't had any encounters with him in the past, have you?
We have not. Originally, when we first started looking into him, he was from the Huntsville area, and he had moved previously within the past 6 months-ish to Scottsboro. To my knowledge, we do not have any calls for service with him up until this point. So it did, and we were very fortunate. We had the Scottsboro Street Department. They came out with a bush hog, and we were able to clear some of that stuff that was keeping us from being able to actually see into the vegetation. And again, like you said, the heat was a very big obstacle, especially when it came to aerial photography or surveillance. Getting drones up. Aaliyah came out with a helicopter. We had a local businessman. He volunteered his own helicopter to come out. He flew one of our officers. They were able to look at that, and so we've been boots on the ground and propellers in the sky the whole time throughout the entire day.
Do you continue now, basically like 24 hours going all overnight?
Until something new develops or we find the person, we do plan to continue our search. Whether we search this area 5 more times or we search this area 1 more time and decide, if any more information were to come up and we needed to go somewhere else, then we'll chase that lead. But as of now, we don't have anything to pull us away from there currently. Correct. Yes, we will. Our search efforts will continue. We're still pulling in resources. It is still a multi-agency manhunt at this point. We've coordinated and currently have on scene 4 to 5 agencies that are helping us.
About the domestic incident that really started your all's response to this entire thing?
So when they originally responded to the domestic incident, a family member of the suspect had called in and said this had occurred. So we were responding. As we were responding, the suspect had left the scene. That's when the pursuit ensued, and then ultimately it ended with a wreck, and then the suspect got out firing at our officer.
Earlier you described a perimeter
it's still anywhere. Like I said earlier, I think I said the football stadium, Trammell Stadium, Piggly Wiggly, and Foodland County Park Taco Bell area right in there. Just the wooded area and those parameters in there. That's where we got our original perimeter. So we're hopeful that he's still in there, and once these resources that we have coming actually get there, we will know more, whether we need to expand, we need to move, or anything else. That way we can prioritize our resources.
Can you tell us some of the big differences between searching during daylight and searching at nighttime?
So one of the biggest things is at nighttime you can't see as well. So it's flashlights, it's weapon lights. You can't see the obstacles that you're coming up on as well. However, the thermal imaging works a lot better with the drones, with the helicopters, with anything with a FLIR. However, on the other end of that, when it's daytime, you can see better on foot. However, thermal imaging, such as drones, helicopters, things like that, the tops where we're looking at is so dense, both on the top floor of the canopy and the vegetated bottom, that it's difficult because everything warms up. So as we're looking for heat signatures, the more the canopy warms up, the higher the heat signature shows. So everything just kind of looks all mumbled together. So that's our biggest obstacles, with it being both daylight, nighttime, and then both on foot patrol and in the air.
And how many officers, how many agencies have been out?
Oh goodness, there have probably been at least a dozen agencies that we have been in contact with, and there have probably been at least a dozen of those agencies that have actually came out to assist us. Whether it be sending resources, whether it be coming to bring stuff, offering help. Hey, if you need this, let us know. We'll make sure you get it. If we can't get it for you, we'll know someone who can. So everybody has been very supportive and very forthcoming on giving us aid and resources.
Do you have anything else to add?
Just that we are continuing our search. We do have our perimeter, but just like anything else, it's kind of liquid. So if things change, we will change, we will move. However, we do have our perimeter. That will be the next thing that we do search, and then we'll just go from there. We'll just take it one step at a time. If any new information does come up, then we will chase that just as much as we've been chasing the suspect thus far.
And do you have anything to say to the people who live around the perimeter area?
Just that we have knocked and talked on every door remotely close to that. So there are several adjacent streets to that incident location. We've made Facebook posts. We've pushed out information to the news media. We've given road closure, road opening information. So we're trying to keep the public informed, but some of the information is sensitive. So we can't, just like the officer's name and things like that, there's just some things that we can't disclose. However, we are working to both keep the public informed with what we can, and we're trying to do our jobs on the ground and make sure that everybody in the area is safe, our officers are safe, and even the people that are coming in, that they're safe, and that we're not trying to operate in a hostile work environment. I do not know as far as Calvary. They have, thankfully, they have opened their doors and allowed us to utilize their facility for charging, for using their Wi-Fi, things like that, using their restrooms. They've been very open. It was before daylight. They had somebody there with the door open, so we were able to utilize their facilities. But I can't speak if Calvary Baptist will have church or not tomorrow.
How thankful are you for the local businesses? I've been seeing restaurants kind of
Oh,
offer
it's
free meals, and obviously you just said the church. How crucial is that? Kind of as a community, you guys are working together with other people, for the same goal.
so we've been profoundly showered with food, drinks. We've even had people come up and offer to help us with anything we need. But we've had, just like the people, the agencies that we've had step in, we've had at least a dozen, if not close to 2 dozen businesses and people throughout the community that have reached out, that have brought us food. We've been afforded. We haven't had to send anybody out apart from maybe extra drinks. Our food has been provided for us, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. People have brought us drinks. They've made sure that we're able to do our job without having to outsource or send people away that could potentially be benefiting us in our search efforts. So the businesses and stuff like that, I can't thank them enough for allowing us to actually do our job and just supporting us with, it doesn't even have to be any kind of donations, just asking if we need anything. It's been a lot of help.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
This is very
You're
helpful.
welcome.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.